Posted November 10, 2017. 172,313. You may not see Brian Herring in a Star Wars film, yet the new movies just wouldn't be the same without him. The English puppeteer is the man behind the movements of droid Bb-8, one of the most beloved characters from 2015's Star Wars The Force Awakens, and due to return in next month's sequel The Last Jedi. Not only is Herring a critical part of the new films, but he's also a huge fan. "I've been a Star Wars fan since 1977. So I've been on the other side of the table for nearly 40 years, he said. Herring is currently in Brisbane for the Supernova Pop Culture Expo. More than 40,000 people are expected to attend the expo, running Friday until Sunday at the Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre. "To be here, to have been involved in The Force Awakens, I get to meet people like me," he said. "So I've always been a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars fans, so it's nice to be on the inside of Star Wars and telling people a little bit about how much fun that actually is." Star Wars role a dream come true for Herring, who worked as a puppeteer, actor and stand-up comedian since the late 1980s. Being a part of Star Wars after being a fan for so long was a dream come true. "It's the most surreal experience. I was very lucky when I did finally get to work on Star Wars," he said. "I almost worked on one of the prequels way back when, and that didn't actually happen. So to finally get the job and actually work on the Star Wars I know with the Millennium Falcon, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, it's just the most amazing experience. I said to the other puppeteer I worked with, if I wake up and it's been a dream, I'm going to be very angry for a very long time." Herring said there were 7 versions of Bb-8 used in The Force Awakens. Each one has a different function, so we got some animatronic ones, which have wheels which are driven around. There are just straight ones that sit on the deck that can wiggle around, he said. There's another version which is kind of like a lawn roller, which has rods and handles on it, and I have certain amount of control with my friend, and if we want him to run along I have to push him. I can be seen on a lot of the making of documentaries in a green nylon suit in the desert in Abu Dhabi in 59-degree heat, running through the sands, performing Bb-8. I also make the noises for him on set so that when Daisy Ridley is talking to Bb-8, he answers her back, so as an actor you get something to work on." Herring hush hush on Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is out next month, yet there is not a lot Herring can say on the matter, other than the fact that Bb-8 will be back. "I can't tell you too much about it. It's very, very hush hush. But he did say the new film will leave fans satisfied. You're going to be very happy," he said. The director Rian Johnson has done something very unique with this. There's a line Luke Skywalker says in the trailer, something along the lines of, "This is not going to go the way you think it is," and I think that's a good indication of the movie. New trilogy of Star Wars films. Announced. Herring's first day at Supernova coincides with the announcement that Last Jedi director Rian Johnson will be creating a new trilogy of Star Wars films. The puppeteer said he couldn't be happier. "Rian is such a nice guy. He's a great director and he's really good to work with," he said. "He's got a very big brain, and Rian has a very unique take on The Last Jedi, and I think he's definitely the right man to take that forward." No release dates have been set for the new films. Other guests at Supernova this weekend include icons of the pop culture world such as Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, and Stan Lee, who helped bring Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man and the X-Men to life. Topics: popular culture, arts and entertainment. Brisbane 4000, QLD.